Hello everyone, this is HGJ Halloween, and today I am back with episode 8 to my series, Spirit Halloween Prop Ideas. I'm sorry for how late this upload is. Because I was staying in St. Louis, Missouri last weekend, I didn't have the time to make this episode, and I'm currently putting this together 3 hours before Sunday. But I had a great time in St. Louis, the arch was amazing, and the college wrestling championships were incredible to watch. So I'm definitely glad that I went. I also had a bunch of friends over during the day and overnight last night, so I didn't have the time to make the video then either. But I made a promise with you guys that I would come out with these episodes every Saturday, so now let's get started with episode 8. So as you can see, I have named this prop idea Twitching Possession. It would basically be a young girl with brown or blonde hair. Her mouth would be stretched open extremely wide, and her face would be pale and lifeless. The mouth would obviously show some similarity to floating ghost girls. She would be wearing a school uniform with a plain blue or even flannel skirt and a white button-down shirt. The clothing for this prop and much of the design is inspired by the girl that was killed first in the movie The Ring. If you haven't seen The Ring and are into horror movies, I encourage you to go watch it. It's an amazing film. Twitching Possession's hands would have discombobulated fingers that were pointing different directions. Her legs would also have that grayish lifeless color, and one of her legs would be bent and pointed off to the side. She would also have black shoes on. If you've ever seen the movie Ouija, then you could have easily guessed that the mouth design was also inspired by Possessed Doris. That's another really scary movie that I encourage you to go watch if you're into horror movies. For the animation, Twitching Possession's head would twitch from side to side, going from all the way to the left to all the way to the right to back to center. Her eyes would also light up white. For her audio, she would have a soft female voice layered on top of a deep, growly male voice to create that possessed sound. I don't know exactly what she would say, but she could have lines similar to Floating Ghost Girls, and at times her innocent voice would come out and scream for help. As she reaches the peak of her audio, her arms would rise out to the side. Her head would return to center, and she would let out a blood-curdling demonic scream. After that, everything would slowly reset as the demon voice laughs and the girl's voice cries. So on the back of the paper, as usual, I have all of the parts. I did not get a chance to label them, but I will run through them really quickly. There would be a base, a metal support pole for the straight leg, and 2 metal support poles to create the bent leg. There would also be hollow plastic legs. There would then be a module, a waist bracket, and a last support pole that would connect to the head, which would already be pre-attached to the shirt and the upper body. There would obviously be wires coming from the upper body piece, which is where all the mechanical stuff would be, that would attach to the module, which would then have the adapter jack and the battery pack. There would also be the skirt and the 2 hands. I also drew what I thought the box would look like over on the right side. So anyways, that's pretty much all I've got for this episode. Once again, I am sorry for the late upload, guys. But trust me, I am trying my hardest to keep my promise and get these out every Saturday for you. And just to give you guys an update for where we are on the series, we will be having episode 9 next weekend and episode 10 the weekend after. And episode 10 will be the last regular episode of the series before we get into the finale, which will be the weekend after episode 10. And then about 2 weeks after the finale, I'll come out with that bonus episode that I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to. And last chance reminder, if you want your prop idea to be featured in the bonus episode, then leave your description of it in the comment section below. Anyways, I hope you guys liked Twitching Possession. If you did, leave this video a like and let me know what you thought of it in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next Saturday.